Hey everyone, this is Anastasia, president of US Harbors. I was in Miami last month and I got lucky and got a ride on Candela's new 28-foot hydrofoil all-electric powerboat. It was really fun, so take a look.
Hi, I'm Sofia Lerm. I work for Candela. We are going to go out on the C8, our hydrofoiling leisure craft today. We're out here in Miami, Dinner Key Marina, and yeah, enjoy the ride. Okay, so to charge this boat, you can just hook it up to a 50 amp or a dual 30. You just plug it in right here under the sunbed, and then before going again, we just unplug it. And we're good to go. So let's start the engine. We'll just press a button. Now we're ramping up. I hope you can still hear me over all that engine noise. Today it's a little windy, not so choppy. I was out the other week and people kept on stopping by being like, don't go out today, don't go out. It's super windy, super choppy. And I had some customers with me and they were like, oh, are we really gonna go out? And I said, let's head out. We'll check the conditions. I know the limits of the boat. If I don't feel safe doing a takeoff and going out, then we'll head back in. And we went out and we were out foiling, flying, whatnot, and they were blown away because a 28-foot boat would not have handled that so smoothly or so well. Whenever I'm up north in the US and there are no wake zones, I've talked to authorities and they've been like, look, like at 5 knots I make more of a wake than I do in 22. Can I just pass through here in 22 knots? And they're normally like, oh yeah, that's fine. But here in Florida, because of the manatees, I keep down the speed in the wake zones. We have seatbelts on the boat for 3 reasons. First of all, we're a Swedish company. Volvo invented the 3-point seatbelt and we're proud in our heritage. Second of all, you could argue that all high-speed boats should have seatbelts because a lot of fatal accidents could have been non-fatal if you just had seatbelts. Third of all, we're so incredibly smooth that people forget that you're actually going fast. Now when I'm on a conventional powerboat without seatbelts, I feel so unsafe. I'm just like, where do I buckle up? Are you buckled up? Let's prepare for a takeoff. So I just max out the throttle and she'll pick up speed and exit the water. Right about that.
Wow. Wow, that feels very different.
Yeah, if you look behind us, we're not making a wake anymore.
Very cool.
We're going 23 knots right now and we're having a normal conversation. I'm not raising my voice. It's super silent. It's super wind protected. It's all of that. And we're not making a wake for the sailboats, as you can see. So we have a fully automated foil system, and what it does is it takes care of everything for me. It levels me out, it takes care of the waves, it does all of that. So the only way to actually tell that we're going through any form of wake is by looking on the side and seeing the horizon. But it's super difficult to get a wake, right? We have a very clear vision, although we're seated because the bow doesn't go up. I'm caught in the middle of some big waves, and I'm kind of not hitting them in the right way. But you can see that the boat still handles everything for me. So now we're really pushing it. We're really going in the least optimum way through these big waves. So this is the perfect cruise speed. And if you look at the consumption right here, we're about 1.2 kilowatt hours per nautical mile. We'll revisit that when we're down on from the foil. Well, other than being an amazing experience to drive, it's of course also a wonderful experience just spending the day out on the boat. We have a lot of amenities that are underrated, but they're there and they're amazing when you spend the day on the boat. So we'll start off at the sunbed here in the back. It's perfect to read a book, to get some sun, just hanging out, having a great time. Moving even further back, we have this fun platform that we can fold up. So it's so you just throw it down, and there you have this one later. It's a manual one, it won't break on you. And then lifting it up. Pull it. Moving forward, we have obviously the couch here. We also have the possibility of moving our chairs so that you can have a social area here in the back. You can add a table here so you can play some games, enjoy a snack or something. By the way, speaking of snack, here you can keep a snack in our cooler. It's a fridge drawer, Dometic. And in here we have a lot of storage. Sorry for it being a mess. This is probably what it will look like in real life anyway, so I like to show that. Other than that, we have some great pockets here around here. We have a pocket back here in the front as well, where you can keep some things. And let's head on down in the cabin. So wait, let me put on some lights for us. I can also do this through the app. So there we go. It comfortably sleeps 2 people. It also has a toilet. Watch your head when you're going down. Watch it again when you think you're all the way down. So it's designed to be seated right here. You can see that we have the full head clearance, and then you can sleep down that way. You can also fill this in with another plate and a cushion. And there we have a flush toilet connected to bilge tank.
Awesome.
Yeah.
28 feet.
28 feet. Exactly. Welcome up on deck. It's pretty choppy out for a 28-foot boat, but we are managing fine. So we do have electric steer by wire, so how does the steering feel?
Feels great. Super easy.
Yeah.
Much better than most of
Try making like a 360, just maxing her out.
Oh, crazy. Look at that turning radius.
Yeah. Difficult to capture, but
It's like spinning on a dime.
yeah. And now we're leaving the
God,
water.
we're up.
So just pull back the throttle a little bit, not too much. You want to be at around.
Whoa.
Now we landed. So just pull her up again. And now just slow. Yeah, that's perfect. She's gonna.
It keeps speeding up.
Yeah, exactly. So that's because you're maxed out.
Okay.
So pull her back a little bit, but super slightly, not too much.
Did I push it down again?
No, you're good.
We're good?
You just touched it. So a little faster,
Oh, it's...
because right now we're in that like the takeoff. So a little bit more. Beautiful.
I think I picked it up too fast.
So now we're up.
Whoa. Where am I going? I just got like...
Yeah, the wind sucked you in because you were right at the takeoff.
You know, and I miss these boats. They're obviously in a race.
Yeah. poor guy's struggling to keep up. Try to capture some waves, but it's really difficult. Super hard to see the kind of wake that we're going through right now.
So it's awesome. Here we're on the foil and it is incredibly smooth. We can see all the other boats going up and down in the chop and everything. I think no spray on the windshield, no sense of having to hold on to anything.
So let's turn around.
Yeah, I'm a bit nervous about it. Okay, what's going to happen?
No, so no need to worry. It's software limited, so you can't overturn it. So it's going to slow you down if you do overturn. It's also like calculating in the wave management and stuff like that, or the wave landscape in your turning. But this is perfect. I mean, you can turn more. We're currently at a 3-degree roll. As we can see, the entire boat leans into it.
Wow. So smooth.
It really is.
Wow. Where are those foiling sailboats?
Oh, they're way back there.
Okay,
No need to worry.
them again.
No, you're good. And what do you smell right now?
Yeah, totally clean air.
To land her, you just pull it back to neutral.
Okay.
And then we're making a wave again.
Yeah.
The seatbelts are only for flying, kind of like an airplane.
So we're back down. We're off the foils now.
Yeah. So we started off with about 60% and now we're down to 38. But we did a lot of takeoffs and landing, which is the biggest power consumer. And we can look now in 4.9 knots, we're consuming 1.2 kilowatt hours per nautical mile. That's the same consumption that we had in 22 knots going out there. So that just proves to you how efficient the foil is.
I'm curious why they decided to do monohull.
So for the leisure boat this size, we do have a monohull, but for the 40-foot catamaran that we also have, that's a catamaran. So that is 2 hulls, and that's essentially because with this boat, there's really not a reason to go slower, in which catamaran makes sense. Because you'll just do a takeoff and then you're good to go. But for the bigger boat, because it's essentially designed to be a passenger ferry, you do have to go slower when docking and stuff like that. So efficiency-wise, for that, we decided on a catamaran. So this boat is super easy to dock, especially if you have the foil system down, because then it's kind of like the keel of a sailboat. They're super stable. You can also see that the rudder, I can see its position live. I can of course also see it in the screen, but I just think seeing it live is so convenient, because then I see exactly how I'm turning the boat and whatnot. So it's really, really smooth docking experience. So the entire flight control system is regulated by these motors. They're situated up here, and what they do is they push a rod all the way down to control the angle of attack of the foil. It's currently retracted, but before takeoff you just press the button of the retraction system and then you lower it all the way down before takeoff. So we have a fully integrated panel, so to say. We don't have a lot of buttons. You can of course operate the entire thing on the buttons here in case, you know, it's raining. Touchscreens doesn't normally go well with water and whatnot. This one is, however, surprisingly good at, well, being able to be used even though it's wet. So the things that you can do here is obviously wiper mode, navigation lights. So this is our driving menu. That's where you see all the things that you might need. We have the retraction menu. We have the charging. You can see that right now we're currently charging. But you can set the current depending on the dock that you're at. You can also decide how much battery you want in case you're winterizing boat, for instance. You want to set it between 60 and 80%. So you can just charge it up, and then when you're ready, you just pull it up on the trailer and you're good to store it. You have music, speakers around the boat. We have some lights down in the cabin, fridge, and of course some other outputs that you can do, like bilge pumps and whatnot. Yeah, it's very minimalistic, it's very easy, very intuitive, and not a lot of buttons that you don't really know what they're doing. So some other nice features as a boat owner, we have pop-up cleats. You can lower them entirely when you remove the rope. We also have, we sourced this technology, but our fender hooks are really nice. So what you do is you just press the pin in the middle, lift it up, and that's it. To put it back in, hold that same pin in the middle, push it in, and it locks.
It's awesome.
Thank you so much for coming out with me today. This is the Candela C8, and that was the full experience. To learn more, please visit candela.com or Candela Boats on most social media platforms.